Most small business owners don't know this statement exists. Honestly, I want to tell you about an often forgotten about statement called the cash flow statement. If you go to your QuickBooks, go to reports, you can see cash flow statement there, or as it is often called, the statement of cash flows, same words, different order, statement of cash flows. What does that tell me that a profit and loss and a balance sheet doesn't tell me? And I'm going to make this really simple. There's actually only two things I want to highlight for you. So a cash flow statement will first show you the operating cash, so the money coming in from operating, actually the core operations of your business, the cash coming in from investing, and the cash coming in from financing. There are three individual sections. What might be useful for you to look at on the cash flow statement? So at the bottom of all these, then you've got the total in, out, cash at the very bottom, but it's broken up into these. I would start here. Look at your operating cash flow. Because what you sometimes see is that businesses that are struggling, they may have their cash numbers gone up in the year, but actually this is negative. And the only reason that they're still in business is they keep pumping money in through financing here. So maybe they've gone and got a bank loan, and that bank loan has given them more money here. So this is negative and this is positive. That would be a bad situation. So just watch out for that. I would say high level, keep an eye on your operating cash flows, and you want your operating cash flow to obviously be positive. Now, this leads me on to another interesting point, which is the cash flow does not equal profit. You could actually have a profit on the P&L, like good, but actually have negative cash. Like, why is that? Well, this is why we have two different statements, because a profit, you could have a positive net income, but you haven't actually collected any of the cash from your customers, you've forgotten. That would mean that your cash flow from operations would be negative, which might mean your cash flow overall is negative. But yet everyone thinks everything's hunky-dory because you've got a profit on the P&L. You need to use these statements together. And so you want to make sure your cash flow is positive and your profit is positive. So this is how they all start to tie in together. If you haven't used a cash flow statement before, I would say don't worry too much about it, but do look at it, poke around, get familiar with it, and start to use it alongside your profit and loss to see how much cash you've actually generated in the last period.